Hello, everyone, and a question for you, Byron. By the way, yes, we are back in 4K, legitimate. Myself and Byron are back in 4K. That's what all the YouTube money is going towards. So you are welcome.
YouTube money.
Yeah, the
It's barely enough for a Streetwise 2 at this stage.
no, that's true. That everything's demonetized for some reason. Oh well, we won't let that dissipate. Anyway, Byron, talking about money. How much money would you pay to watch Adrian Basson live on stage with other people?
Yeah, I got to clarify that and first ask you, am I allowed to take rotten tomatoes with me?
Um, yeah, they
Because
cheap, I suppose.
if I can take rotten tomatoes with me that I can throw, about a tenner, 10 rand,
10
20
Rand.
rand,
All
max,
right.
max 20 rand.
Because the reason why I'm asking, Byron, is because, well, News 24, I mean, sorry, Propaganda 24 are having a on the record summit where they're going to be speaking to thought leaders about the future of South Africa, i.e., the people who are shaping the future of South Africa will be at this on the record summit hosted by Propaganda 24. And you will never guess how much money they want if you wish to attend this in person. Is it 200 Rand? Is it 500 Rand? Is it 750 Rand? No, my friends. It's equivalent to basically 5 months of the 350 Rand social grant. They want 1,500 Rand a ticket to watch Adrian Basson talk shit on stage for a whole day. I mean, if that wasn't punishment enough, now you have to pay 1,500 bucks just for the pleasure of attending in the first place. What a lot of bullshit is this?
Nice grift if you can get it, eh? Nice grift if you can get it. You know, I did read this article, right? Okay, so let's just be a little bit serious about it for 2 seconds. I read this article, like so Adrian starts off with this article and he goes, you know, South Africa has not got a lot of hope in it. Like a lot of people are immigrating, and when they immigrate, they're losing their skills and they're losing their money. And he's like, he said it used to just be the fallacy of white flight, but it's not white flight anymore because lots of black South Africans are leaving too. Okay, so then he goes
And
and he goes,
now it's a problem, right? Because
so
the
what
blacks
we
are
think,
leaving.
yeah, now it's a problem because the blacks are leaving. That's right. Wasn't a problem with the whites leaving. We don't
Nah.
need those whiteys. They must foot back to Europe. But anyway, now it's a problem that the black guys are leaving. So he's like, okay. Even though if you've ever actually been on a comment section on News 24, you see that the only real people actually buying their subscriptions are white people. But anyway, let's just gloss over that for a second.
True story.
So, true story. So, anyway, so let's go on to the next bit. So then he says, okay, what we need is we need a thought summit where we're going to get loads of people to talk about the future of South Africa and what's wrong with this country. And then he goes on to basically talk about how they're inviting loads of ANC cadres to come talk at the conference and tell you what's wrong with the country. And you think to yourself, are you retarded? Oh, you must. There must be something wrong with this guy, man. I'm sorry, but there must be something wrong with this guy mentally. He's like, what's wrong with this country? I don't know. Let's ask the ANC to come tell us how everything's going to be fine.
And you
Like,
must pay, and you must pay 1,500 Rand to attend. That's the best part.
and then he talks about he's like, and then later on in the article he goes, but don't worry, we're gonna have Ronald Lamolo there, and he's young, and he might be the next future leader of the country. Oh, we've got some bright hope here. Look at all these ANC cadres like Dali Limpopo, who's like might be the leader. Do you hear yourself talking, mate? Do you hear yourself talking?
So I think let's just go down a little bit. So this summit, hosted by Propaganda 24, is about the future of South Africa and the people that are going to be shaping that future. Obviously, he doesn't invite like normal people. Like he invites the elites, right? So let's see who's coming. Let's see who's coming to this particular summit. So you have Raymond Zondo, okay, the Chief Justice. Perhaps that's a not a bad idea. Who else is there? Oh, there's the facilitator Peter Toy. Okay, no one cares about him. Oh, the current Justice and Correctional Services Minister Ronald Lamola. He's going to be talking about state capture. I'm sorry, I thought state capture was in the past, and Ronald was sort of his party was instrumental in creating state capture. But anyway, Ronald is apparently a shapeshifter for the future. Who else is there? Oh, the head of the MPA. who are doing fuck all at the moment. Okay, so they're also a shapeshifter for the future.
I gotta stop you. I gotta stop you there
Yeah,
just for 1 second,
yeah,
and just remind you that Ronald Lamola is also part of the WEF's Young Leaders Program.
that's
Just saying.
right. No, that's very true. That's very true. So, okay, who else do we have? Okay, we've got another few journalists. Okay, no one cares about them. Oh, we have the economic advisor to President Cyril Ramaphosa. Is she a shapeshifter for the future, Byron? Nope, she's completely useless. Oh, we do have the CEO of Business Leadership South Africa. They are a shapeshifter because they wanted every single employee in the country to be vaccinated
To have compulsory vaccination.
on a mandatory basis. So this is apparently one of the leaders
And
of the
if you
future.
recall, you did a video about how one of the people of Business Leaders South Africa actually is all part of Aspen.
Yes, that is true. That is true. It's not her, the CEO, but you know,
Him.
and also for the
Well, we
CEO,
didn't ask their pronouns, so we don't know. So
that's true.
it could be
That's
either.
true. But it's interesting to me that the CEO of Business Leadership South Africa, who liked the COVID mania all the way through, including mandatory vaccination, is going to talk about the economy. It's like, listen. Like, I'm no expert on the economy, but forcing people to wear masks and forcing them to work from home and forcing them to be vaccinated sounds like a terrible idea if you wish to grow the economy. But not to worry. Apparently, for News24, she's perfectly legitimate to speak about the economy that she also helped destroy.
Yep.
All right, let's
You
go to the
you
next
got you
one.
got to. Yep. What's the next one? Hit
The CEO of Netbank.
me.
Okay. Yeah, Netbank. Yeah, great. It's a bank.
Oh, is that the same CEO that did that whole grifting about how there should be more black-owned businesses in the country, whilst his entire board is sitting there full of whiteys?
You know what, Byron? I think it's the same one because I think his main concern is that all the black that should be on the board are like sort of immigrating as well. So therefore, that's an issue for him. Sorry, everyone, slight glitch there, but we are back. But yes, Mark Brown is the same one that wanted more black businesses and the whiteys must shut up. Yep, he's going to talk about the future of South Africa. I don't know about you. Okay, there's a lot more others. The mayor of Joburg, like, who gives a shit? Like, Lindiwe Mazibuko has been, like, no one cares about her. Former chief, not chief justice, Tuli Monosela, former public protector, who cares? Like, these people are not at all about the future of South Africa. Like, where's the AfriForums? Where's the solidarity? Where's the community groups from around the country? Where's the gun groups that are actually doing stuff on the ground, protecting themselves? Where are the taxi bosses who are actually keeping this economy going? No, none of that. None of that. For Propaganda24, all they want are like elite technocrats who are deemed to be like future leaders. What utter bullshit. Let's be honest.
You know what I noticed about this entire thing? It's just more of the same, right?
Yeah.
It's like South Africa is in a bad. What we need is we need to look to the future and improve everything. So, what will name people that are currently running the place how they intend to fix the place, even though they ruined the place in the first place? Like, I'm sorry, but like, let's think of this, okay? If you run a business and you've got a guy and his job in that business is to make signs, so you've employed him and he makes signs, but every single sign he makes is broken and is decrepit and it doesn't work. Who would you go and use or ask how he's going to make better signs? Because he's already shown you he can't make signs. He's already every sign he makes he breaks.
Mm.
So would you go to him and go, "Tell me, how are you going to make really good signs?" Or would you fire the prick and then go and hire somebody else that can actually do the job properly? Like you tell me, what would you do?
Well, I mean, Byron, we live in South Africa, so the South African way is to destroy something and then speak to those people who destroyed it about how they will make it better. So, I mean, that's the South African way of doing business. So I think we should just follow suit, really. I mean, why just keep changing the sign maker when we can just upskill the sign maker in the first place, right? And you see now, ladies and gentlemen, Byron's in
Yeah, I
Britain
don't.
and his internet connections gone to utter shit. And they say life is better there. No, it's not. No, it's not. Sorry, Byron, you are back.
Oh, I don't know, man. Like every time I come here, man, I absolutely despise the internet connection. I mean, when I work out of the actual studio down there in Kibiki land, as you like to call it, like I
Mm.
never have these problems. And then I come here
Exactly.
and it's like same problems you had when you were in the arse end of Portugal.
No, that's right. I mean, who knew? Who knew? PE is much better than the whole of England when it comes to Wi-Fi. And you have a fiber line as well over there. But okay, let's
I have
give
a fiber line, yeah.
let's give Propaganda24 one little element of praise. They actually have the founder of Gift of the Givers on. And Gift of the Givers is like a Muslim charity that does a whole lot of good work in South Africa. We like them quite a bit. We hope to have the founder, as you can see him here, on our show quite soon. And what is interesting about Gift of the Givers is that they are basically an emergent, localized version of government. And if you speak to them in private or even in public, they're like, guys, the state's not the solution here. Like, we already have a model on how things could work. It's like, it's people helping people. And that is the real future of South Africa. Not this other technocratic WEF journalist bullshit stuff, right? Like, Gift of the Givers and their formulations of what works is the future of South Africa.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen that guy a few times talk, and he's as based as they come, man. Like, the guy's actually a really, really interesting talk. I mean, once you get over the fact that he talks with a foreign accent, and it's sometimes a little bit difficult to understand him. But with that being said, that guy's like so clear. Do not look to government to fix your problems. But I find it really weird that Propaganda24, they're like, come pay 1,500 Rand to sit here and we'll get a bunch of people on stage who basically broke the place and they're going to come lecture you on how they're going to fix the place, even though their lame brain ideas broke the place in the first place. And you kind of look at this and you think to yourself, like, I know we say this a lot, man, but is Adrian seriously this stupid, or is he just like
Yes.
highly captured and paid? You know,
Why not
like,
both?
you can't be this dumb, man.
Well, actually, not both. I have it on good authority that Adrian Basson does not get paid to write good things about the ANC. Like, he is just that dumb. Like, remember when Cyril had like a brown envelopes for journalists, right? Everyone was like, "Oh, praise Cyril
Yeah.
Ramaphosa and New Dawn bullshit." Like, you could see in hindsight who got paid. I know for a fact, almost for a fact, Adrian Basson did not get paid because he just like fell right in line like a sheep.
I just don't understand it, to be honest. I just really maybe he says nice things because he's hoping to get paid.
Well,
Maybe he's like, if I keep sucking along there and just being like a real suck up, maybe they'll eventually send me some crumbs. I just don't understand how you can be this stupid, man. It's like, oh, the place is falling apart. Everybody's leaving. La 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 la. Look, everything's in a really bad state. I know what we'll do. Let's go ask the pricks that ruined the place in the first place how they're going to fix it. Come on, man. Like,
and then charge
for
people
real?
$1,500 to attend. Like, piss off, man. Piss off. Anyway, I got nothing more to add. If you have 1,500 Rand to spare, why not just, give it to us? We will put it to much better use. We'll actually buy Byron a better router in Britain because shame, he's struggling over there with his internet. So it's either that,
I
give
come,
money
I
to.
come, I come back. I come back at the end of the week, mate. Like,
I
so
can't.
before you go on the comment section and go, Baron, sort your internet connection out. This is terrible. How dare you have such a bad internet connection? And before you go off and you just rant and rave, I go home at the end of the week. Leave me alone, okay? Leave me alone.
Very good. Very good. Oh, well, that's our 2 cents. But if you do have $1,500, don't give it to Propaganda24. Just give it to us. Or why not advertise with us or become members? Everything's in the top pinned comment. So, yeah. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you in the next one. Cheers, cheers.